it's 2017, as inconceivable as it seems. The 6th. We are now 2 months after the election. Every chart of everything on the planet has some sort of Alp or Grand Canyon the morning after the election. And beginning about the middle of December, that Alp started to fizzle. It didn't do anything classic like reverse itself partway. It just fizzled. And same thing has happened to mortgage rates. We're off the peak. We never really went above 4.5, and we're back down to about 4.25. But there's no real ordinary business going on. It's just stopped. The deal on the day after the election, which was a big surprise to markets, was to recalibrate everybody's estimate of the rate of growth in the U.S. economy and some of its characteristics, on the theory that the Donald says that we're going to double GDP growth and add a lot of jobs, and we're going to have tax cuts and tax reform and more tax cuts, and we're going to have a whole lot of spending, and we're going to infrastructure and all this. And trying to get a make on Donald Trump without offending his supporters. You need to be very careful about this. He is bringing a level of uncertainty that nobody's used to. And as you watch markets trade and watch them gradually begin to, all of them say, I don't know. His policy set, which is reduced to writing, and there's a link in the copy next to this video to the Trump plan as written last fall. We can debate federal economic policies and not really know what they're going to do until we try them. The issue right now seems to be not so much what the policies are as which, if any, will be enacted. Our government is put together not to do anything. The founders were terrified of a man on a horse, some individual, a military leader, who would become king or dictator or tyrant. And they were every bit as fearful of the people. Our tendency to lose our marbles and get all excited about something and not be able to put it down and lose our rationality. And so our government's put together 3 co-equal branches. Even Congress is carved into 2 branches, and nothing happens in our government except with an able president. Not Mr. Muscle, not Superman, not hammering away at Congress, but dealing with it, negotiating with it, horse trading with it, and with a real feel for the people and what the people are up to and what the people want. And there's a chaotic aspect to Trump that's in the forefront now. As the copy nearby says, this may be the first honeymoon to end before the wedding. The Congress has already begun to just sort of fibrillate. It's trying to take the early steps to repeal Obamacare, which people have different feelings about, to begin talking about tax reforms and tax cuts and all of the policy agenda, and none of it's going anywhere without adept involvement by the Donald. And instead what we get is one tweet, bleat, warble, something after another, and the markets are not so much disturbed by this, it's just aimless. Beyond the entertainment of it all, watching this thing unfold one day at a time is exactly what we watch on screens of the marketplace. And in the last 3 weeks, not just because of the holidays, nothing is happening because nothing is happening. And on that note, Happy New Year.